Welcome back to the channel. I had to get to this. This was a recommendation about I want to say about a week ago. So this is day one hiking the Cotswold Way. I always feel like I pronounce everything wrong. So more than likely, I'm still, even though I feel like I can hear something 20 times and still just Cotswold. I just, it is what it is. 10-mile day. That's it's pretty long right there. This is off day adventures, and we gonna hop right into it. So with that being said, we're smoking all my dragons, divine righteous almighty greats, overachieving, never slacking, and we about to jump into some overachievers because you got to be an overachiever to do what these people are doing right now. Let me make the video bigger so you guys can really see. Hopefully, depending on what device you're using, it doesn't cut off the video because sometimes with certain devices it could cut off certain parts of the video. You might want to maybe turn the phone sideways on certain devices. But with that being said, here we go.
Than I want it to be. That's my heart rate. It's at 167.
That can't be healthy.
Look at old people coming up behind me, like not stopping to find.
We're Ben and Rach, and we're spending our vacation time hiking 102 miles in 9 days.
Ooh.
We wanted to celebrate entering our 30s, and what better way than with a challenge? And oh boy, has it been a challenge. Blisters, sheep trying to eat our lunch, and sweating. A whole lot. Come along as we hike the Cotswold Way.
Day one, starting in Chipping, Camden, going 100 miles, 102 miles, I think, to
Today?
Bath. No, you dangus. Chipping, Camden to Stanton.
Yep.
We're each carrying a backpack. So this one's Rachel's. In here, she's got shoes. We've got a couple snacks. She's got a backup pair of socks. She has our first aid kit, which is mainly blister bandages, but this is also kind of a more comprehensive first aid kit just in case we need it. And she's got all the camera gear also. So tripod, accessories, chargers, yada yada. We went through a company where they set up hotels for you to stay in the whole way down, and they basically set your itinerary for you, but with your input. You tell them how long, if there are any certain things you want to see, all that stuff. They do a pretty good job of working for you. The company is actually going to handle transferring that suitcase from stay to stay, so we don't have to worry about dealing with that. So because of that, we definitely way overpacked, but it's all good.
I'm wearing my hiking boots, but I'm also packing my tennis shoes just in case for some reason I get blisters or I step in mud. Another thing we discovered on our last trip was when you get to pubs, most people have walked through the mud. So there's a place where you can either clean your boots off or leave them. So this way we can just leave our boots outside, put our tennis shoes on, clean shoes, walk in, grab a pint, and not track mud anywhere. Snacks, camera gear, yeah.
You excited?
I'm gonna cry.
Well, save the tears for after breakfast. They're gonna think you hate the food.
I'm not quite ready for this. I'm definitely gonna cry a little bit, I think. We just finished breakfast. Met the loveliest couple from North Carolina who we're having dinner with tonight. They are doing the exact same walk we are, with one exception. They're staying one extra night in Painswick, whereas we're just gonna walk
So the Americans is out there. We out there.
straight through. So nice. They're about to start the walk, and so are we. This is it. The Cotswold Way. It says beginning and end, so you can either start or end here. All right, thoughts, feelings before we go.
At this point, I'm just ready to get it going.
We're supposed to tap this.
Tap it.
That's how I am. I think men like that. Men are most like that in general, where we just like, let's just do it.
For good luck.
To stand in here. I'm starting. This is the beginning. And then you have to tap this. And then you go.
Tap. All right.
I'm only tearing up a little. We're literally taking the first steps. It's It's not that big of a deal. It's just a walk, but I'm gonna cry.
Tired. Can we take a break?
I'm gonna hit you. This is gonna be beautiful, surreal, dare I say life-changing? Only time will tell. Feeling really good right now. At the end of today, at the end of 10 miles, we'll see how I feel.
I think we'll be okay at the end of today. I think if there's a test, it's going to be like closer to midweek. We're late in it. Okay, so we have maps. We have GPS that we can use. Not trying to touch any of that. My goal is to get through this whole walk only using these markers that they've got the whole way down. The acorn is kind of the logo or the symbol for the Cotswold way, so we should be seeing stickers and other little markers with that acorn on it, with an arrow pointing us in the right direction the whole way. Let's see if they're good for 100 miles. Doing all right there?
Can you help me?
What are you trying to do?
Get the book out. We were sent a guidebook which has so much information about plants and birds and the trail and the towns and pictures, safety, where toilets are, what restaurants to go to, all in this. So as we walk, we'll be checking this, looking at trees, looking at birds, looking at signs.
It's a rock rose.
Wait, what kind of berries?
I'm gonna try one. It's a blackberry.
You can't just eat blackberries.
Yeah, you can.
No, you can't. Don't eat that.
That is a delicious looking blackberry.
Actually, that one does look good. All right. Cheers. That's good. Oh no. When you see a blackberry,
Shut up.
do not eat the blackberry. It's in the book, Ben. The first 6 miles stretch of the Cotswold Way is open hills and is a great introduction to the trail as a whole. La 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 la. A gradual ascent, leads to Dover's Hill at 738 feet, the first of many high points along the walk. We are going to the second highest point, which is Broadway Tower. We're only 20 minutes into this hike, and you get so focused on just moving forward that you forget to look behind you and just look at our view. Like, this is unbelievable. And what's even better is you can do this hike either way. So if you're walking from Bath to here, this is what you see when you're about to finish. Can you imagine this was your victory lap?
See, the last hike I watched, the guy had a lot more, he was using more advanced technology like drones, things like that. I feel like, even though I love that video, I feel like just them using just their cell phone most of the time. I don't know, it just feels, it's giving me this vibe like I'm there. Like I can just picture myself there more, Definitely very, very beautiful.
I wish I could describe it better, and I wish I could show it better, but it's something else out here. You gotta watch out for all the landmines, the sheep poop, when you're walking up Dover's Hill.
There's a flock of sheep sitting in the middle of the trail.
Like, I want to say, it feels like if I was on video chat with a friend, and they're just showing me what they're doing.
There's one guy that's watching us.
I know.
All right, we'll give him a wide berth. Now, if there's anything I've learned from watching Clarkson's farm, I think the little paint marks have something to do with their the mating process. One's marked in purple, indicates that they'd been, I guess mounted.
So we've been taking a lot of pictures of the sheep. People are just walking by, and Ben said, this is the equivalent to, like, in Orlando, people from other countries will take pictures of squirrels and lizards, and we sit back and we laugh. But here we are, like, wow, sheep, and they're just like crazy Americans. So we're all right.
Speaking of sheep, history on the Cotswolds outsourced. Basically, their whole economy was built around wool. There was some saying back in the day about the best wool comes from England and the best English wool is Cotswold. Since, you know, the Cotswolds really have been a thing, it's been wool and sheep, and so there's sheep everywhere. This is all, it's all farmland. It's sheep and cows.
We've been walking for about an hour. I'm curious how many miles we've done so far. Probably just one.
Yeah, not many.
But
We've been making a lot of stops.
we've been taking lots of pictures of sheep.
Landed right on me.
And you? Yes, we are walking through people's farms and land. That is what the Cotswolds way is. You will walk through towns, farms, backyards, gardens, and it's totally okay. It feels very strange, but that is how it's done here.
Having enough for you already this morning.
The nettle you'll see around thistle.
There are some regulations regarding these walls that you'll see everywhere where if you look closely, there's no mortar or anything. It's just these flat rocks that are kind of piled on top of each other. And then over time, there's like moss that builds in, and I'm sure that helps hold it together. But it's a really unique and specific skill set to be able to build these walls. Apparently, I read it's something like they can only really build like 6 or 7 meters in a day of wall, because they literally just have like a huge pile of rocks, and they're just it's a jigsaw. They're playing Tetris. They look beautiful. They hold up. I guess sometimes you have to deal with sheep knocking these things over, but that's just a part of farm life out here. Take it all in. Beautiful. Another gate.
Another gate.
Thank you. Whoa,
That's good?
that one was sour. Wow.
Sorry.
That one tasted honestly like a blue raspberry warhead.
Found a bathroom. Happy because I was definitely going to pee in the woods. But yeah, 2.5 miles in. Nice little stop. And we continue on.
2 miles to Broadway.
Looks like we're about to pass a very busy road.
Turned off.
We can go.
Yep. And go.
We're clear. Those are our friends, so we know A, we're going the right way, and B, we're on time. We are coming up to Broadway Tower. You can see, probably not right now,
Yeah.
but the very top of it is just over this hill. We're very, very close.
Feels like we're in the Shire.
This is beautiful.
This is where King Arthur held court with his Knights of the Round Table. It's also where they filmed Braveheart.
Is it?
No.
I got real sweaty real quick.
He would have had me fooled there.
Hi, Nugget. Hi. No escaping. How do you get in here? All right, Ben, do you want to climb the stairs?
I will if you will.
Oh, come on. All right, let's do it.
Put it on you.
It's actually not that high. Not too bad.
Do you wanna?
No.
Okay. Doesn't sound like there's really a crazy backstory to it. There was an architect. His name was Capability Brown, but it had that in quotes, so maybe that was a nickname. And it was presented as essentially a gift to an earl, the 6th Earl of, Sandwich, something like that. Late 1700s, it was kind of built as a gift and just served as a destination for some pretty epic views. Yeah, they got it right.
We got this great
little guide that tells you all the elevation changes. So you see we're at Broadway Tower now. We're walking all the way down to Broadway. And then I believe we end in Stanton. So a little bit more of a hike after lunch. Da-da-da. Da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Da-da-da-da-da. I feel like I can see the town where we're about to have lunch and a pint. Yeah.
Don't get any ideas.
Come on, it can't be that much. Not a bad way to celebrate the first 5 miles. We didn't get lunch, we did get our drinks, but we're gonna find a sandwich and eat on the way. Everything feels just a little bit heavier. My feet hurt just a little bit more. I'm scared. I think Ben's scared for me too.
We'll be fine. No, we'll be fine.
Let's do it.
Let's do it. We got a pastrami with whole grain mustard, and it's a salad. I'm assuming it's just the
Yeah.
lettuce that's on there.
Broadway is a little bit more hustle and bustle than I thought. There's like a tour bus. That's probably to go up to the Broadway Tower, so you don't have to do the hike. But
A lot busier than Chip and Camden. Although I did
Yeah.
read this is more like a tourist spot, so I think this is about as hustle and bustle as it gets.
yeah.
I think she's doing fine. Sometimes we psych ourselves out, you know? She's doing fine. These two are awesome.
Joke. I have a backup. Different type of gear.
How you doing there, Chief?
That was harder than I wanted it to be. That's my heart rate. It's at 167.
That can't be healthy.
Well, no, it's good to exercise. Wow, that's great. Look at old people coming up behind me, like not stopping. They're fine. This is just another Sunday for them.
Don't call them old. That's kind of rude.
We just walked past that church. Oh, that's crazy. It's crazy that we covered that much ground in the last 5 minutes. I don't understand hiking. Okay.
All right, that was a nice little climb. How you doing back there, Rach?
Do you want to know my heart rate?
I'm afraid to ask, but I think that was I'll say the worst of it, but you know, that was the brunt of that climb. We should be heading back downhill pretty soon. You good? See, my impression was spot on.
Do it. That's pretty good.
It's pretty good. We just realized we got through Broadway without really saying anything about Broadway.
Oh, I have information.
Oh, here we go. Let's hear it.
It's named for its wide central street, so Broadway.
Okay, it was huge.
Yes, high number of visitors. Yep.
Yeah,
There's a couple museums, a few art galleries.
yeah,
A church, which we went through.
yeah.
Broadway Tower.
Broadway Tower. But
Broadway Tower. We were
I mean,
there.
can't beat these views. I have no idea if you can see Broadway Tower back there, but it is poking up. It's good stuff.
Yeah, my clothes.
Yeah, nailed it.
It's heavier. Backpack and a lot of soreness.
Cotswold Way, Stanton, 1 1/4. All right, home stretch. Let's go.
Is that the one?
That was a good one. Day one of walking is coming to an end. Rachel, thoughts?
Happy and sad.
Happy and sad.
Yeah, it wasn't harder than I thought, but it was hotter than I thought.
It ended up being more of a challenge than I thought it would be. But I think that was because, mostly due to the heat. It is, I mean, it's not Florida, but it is much hotter than I thought it would be. Horse whisperer over here.
Am I a horse girl?
No, I called you a horse whisperer.
Oh.
Feet, doing okay. Rich had to do a shoe change at about the midway point.
Then we've got a taxi picking us up to drive us back to Chip and Camden, where we sleep, and then it's gonna take us back here in the morning, and then we'll continue on.
We weren't able to get accommodations here in Stanton, but we are looking forward to one more night in Chip and Camden. It's a really great town. Got some great pubs and restaurants and stuff. Let's get to Stanton.
Hello.
Hello. How are you?
Hot.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Same.
really hot today.
Hot.
He's hot. He's riding a dang horse. We've been walking all day. I'm glad to know I'm not the only one that's burning up and looking forward to that beer at the end of the day.
Do you know what's really fun? Making a website on Wix.
This looks like a town to me.
We're at the bottom of the hill. I'm so happy. Oh, this is so cute. Oh.
Because we got 15 one day and 13 another.
Mm-hmm. We made it.
It was so hard. It was
Okay.
so fun, but that was hard. Look at my feet. They're raw.
Fun day. Made some friends. Really beautiful views. A couple good pints. Just being out in nature. And it's so different. It's such a different, it's all like meadows. I'm sure we have that somewhere in the States, but in Florida we don't have anything like that. It's amazing.
Okay, so we did 28,000 steps.
Oh my goodness.
What?
Oh, I just got my socks off. That feels
Do you
amazing.
have blisters?
No,
Oh, lucky.
I'm not gonna subject anyone to looking at that, but oh, that feels amazing. I'm just gonna prop these bad boys up here.
11.6 miles. Do you have to describe today in one word?
Just hot, I think.
That's the word you're gonna choose for this whole day.
That
I'm not saying
was-
it's the wrong
That
word,
was my
but
big takeaway. I mean, yeah, beautiful views and all that, but man, it was hot. All right, what's yours? Maybe I can think of a better one. What are you gonna say? Beauty,
no.
elegant, serene. Take all the good one words.
Shut up about the sun. One day in the books. We're gonna have dinner with our new friends tonight.
Going for an English classic Sunday roast.
But that's it for today for us. Come back for day 2. Do we survive? How many miles is tomorrow?
13 and a half.
Woo.
We're going through to Cleve Hill tomorrow, and Cleve Hill is where we end, so that tells me that we're gonna end the day with a big old climb. It's gonna be tough.
Yeah.
Should probably have an extra pint tonight for good luck. I like it.
Okay.
Good day.
Okay, good night.
I'm taking a shower, man. I feel gross.
This is terrible. Don't do this. Why would anyone do this to themselves?
Well, that was day 1, and to be honest, watching that video honestly just shows me how limited I've been my whole life when it comes to nature. Yeah, sure, we have our trails and our hiking places, but I don't like this. It's like you're just free with nobody watching, no cameras, nothing. Like, that's a dream for me. I'm sure there's places in America like that, but even then they're like hidden gems, hidden gems, you know, and you still got to be very careful. Even when I go out to like wooded areas or certain places like that I may find, it's always cameras up. Oh, you know, I always run into a no trespassing sign or like you can't go past this point. So yeah, watching this definitely shows me how limited I am for sure. Definitely, it feels good to see Americans out there. They actually reminded me of some of my friends from high school, to be honest with you. Very funny, very childlike, cool people. Make a lot of jokes, and that honestly that was the highlight of the video for me, was their character, and you just felt like you were there with them on the whole journey. But with that being said, I'll be back with day 2. That'll probably drop sometime next week, early next week, for sure. But with that being said, the original link will be in the description, and I'll be back with more soon. Much love, yeah.